Hi, welcome to Clear Answers, episode 5. Okay, so Martin, black silk, it says, on Bagua circle walking, on our Bagua circle walking video. Thank you for putting up a constant stream of high quality clips. You're very welcome. I wonder, how does one progress this kind of footwork from a smooth gym floor to rugged terrain? I cannot wrap my head around the need to lift my feet on rugged terrain and the need to glue my feet to the ground when mood walking, both at the same time. Thanks again, Martin. Okay, so a couple things to know there. One is that there are a number of different kinds of footwork for actually using and fighting with Bagua. Some of that footwork is for the purposes of training certain kinds of qualities. Other parts of that footwork are for actually using it and fighting. You want to do work where you've got multiple attackers that you're drilling with that are really doing different kinds of attacks and different things to you, where you get used to, you have to really move and how to use the art and employ the principles and the methods that those different kinds of steppings impart. We actually have these covered in quite a bit of depth in our Bagua Basics package. And so I would recommend that you get that and then start doing those drills, and that will work itself out for you quite satisfactorily. I find that it's very easy for beginners today to get very kind of focused into certain kinds of footwork and think, okay, I'm doing this and this is the thing I got to be doing, and gee, somehow this is supposed to help me. And you kind of end up sidetracked sometimes for a lot of years. Ideally, you would be able to work on the fighting part almost right away, and then you're going to see aspects of the training that you need to focus in on, and then you're going to do it with a purpose, and it's going to go a whole lot faster, and it's simple enough for you to be able to do that. And so then you focus in on it, and then you train some of the other stuff that you need, like the mud walking, and then you use those principles while you're doing other things like not mud walking. And what you'll find is that the art will start to come together for you as a fighting art, and the whole thing will make a lot more sense a lot faster. Steve Robinson writes and asks, when fighting with internal styles, Tai Chi, Bagua, Xingyi, do the styles lend themselves to be used wholly within themselves, with benefits coming from specializing this way, or can one take advantage of stronger or weaker points of each style in the same fight, like mixing Bagua Baguazhang stepping with Xingyi strikes? In a real situation, you do not have time to go, hey, which one of these things do I want to use, right? You're going to use whatever is the most expedient thing for you at that instant, ideally without thought, something that is trained into you or your natural response and that is responsive to the circumstances you were in. And that in the self-defense side of it, whatever you're doing, ideally is what you're aiming for. Now, training specific arts and specific principles, ideally that's done in isolation. The same way that you did in college, although you're studying a wide curriculum of things, you go to a math class and you do math, and you go to your English class and you do English. You really focus in on the little parts and the little parts of those little parts, and really work those understandings and get a skill set. And then when you're in the real world, you're applying all those skill sets, or you're mixing and matching them because you're looking at a problem that's much more complex than one or two simple principles, right? And so it's all kind of mixing, because that in a real situation is going to be much more expedient to you and for you, and because you're going to do ideally what comes automatically, and whatever that is, I want movement principles that are going to fit that real situation without having to think about it. So 5 Elder Arts asks, I have a question. I've been doing a lot of grounding practice lately, and it is going too good. Not only am I grounding deeper and deeper, but now I am always grounded to the point where I'm heavy while moving, and I'm heavy-footed while I walk. Does Tai Chi have a light-footed technique that I can practice to balance myself out? Thanks. And the answer to this is that Tai Chi is based on the 3 powers, which the earth and the grounding and the rooting is one of them, but there's also the connection up above, or heaven, and of course the third is man, who then is in the middle. And so you need to work some of the exercises that have to do with the heaven aspect to balance out that rooting grounding aspect, and then put them together in your body so that it's mixed and you can use both aspects. This is covered to some degree with the 3 powers in the practical guide to internal power. And then after that, we go into more advanced principles in our regular curriculum of the 3 powers. So please work with that and let us know how it goes. Thank you for watching. Ask your questions in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe.